Beautiful, beautiful peppers up tonight. So this is a pepper known as Project Vicious. So this is a pepper in a project, or in the works. Okay, not in a project per se, but it's a project pepper that the grower's working on, that he's nicknamed Vicious. The creator of this pepper and who's working on it is Mr. Jeff Hobbs, Pepper Wolverine himself. And it is a cross between a Trinidad Moruga scorpion and a Komodo dragon. These peppers were given to me this last weekend on Saturday in Sacramento by a good friend of mine, Scott Strobel. Scott, if you ever catch this video, thank you, brother. I really appreciate the bag of pods and the tincture. This was the second pepper that they gave us in the Sacramento belt match over last weekend. So I've had this pepper before, but I don't really remember its burn. So I wanted to review a couple of them today and maybe just reminisce a little bit on how wicked maybe they are. It's a beautiful pepper though. So again, I don't know what stage it's in, any of those things, but the name may change, but for now it's just known as Project Vicious. Vampira. These are hot. Mm. These are hot. There's no doubt about it. Ugh. Ah. Well. Yeah. Those are vicious. That is an extremely hot pepper. Times 2. Next level. Haven't burnt in a few days this heavy. This is hot. I can feel my ears are already ringing a little bit. I'm breathing real heavy. My nose is running a little bit. They're a little fruity. More fruity than floral. But I can pick up both. It's already settling in the stomach. It's a good front of the mouth burn. Back of the tongue. Underneath the tongue. It's hitting different spots. Now it's not jumping like right now as I'm talking. It's not here and then there. It's just all of those spots. All at once. Those are much hotter than the day of the competition. Or maybe not. I mean, that was the second round, and I only made it to the 4th round, and then I was out. And I didn't even make it through the 4th round. And that was the second round, second pepper of the day. It knocked out 2 people. But now that I'm eating 2 of these now, we only had 1 in the competition. And the pepper right before it was a red Savina. That was real fruity and good. Just a great pepper. These are great peppers, but that might have been the start of the demise for me. Now that I'm eating 2 of these, and these are burning my ass good. I mean, it's not, they're hot. TikTok family, you're going to lose me, but yeah, that's a hot pepper. Again, a pepper in creation. Project Vicious. Jeff Hobbs is working on. Those were given to me by a good friend of mine, Scott Strobel, in Sacramento this last weekend. And again, those were announced and eaten at the Sacramento League of Fire belt match. So, like I was saying, that was round 2. Yeah, it might have been this pepper, because the pepper in round 4, I don't remember the name of it, but I only ate half of it, and then it was coming up. Again, I didn't throw up right away, but I was having trouble swallowing the pepper. I swallowed it, half of the pepper, and it came right back up, and then it was in my mouth. And I had 2 choices. One choice to spit it out, which is what I ultimately did. Or 2 would have been to obviously try to swallow it back down and continue. And again, I gave up on myself and chose not to try to swallow that pepper down or what had come back up. It just mentally fucked me. It was gross, you know what I mean? So I'm learning that now. I'm feeling great. You know, the burn is coming down a little bit. But those are every bit of super hot. Those are warm chilies. But I'm kind of learning now that I just don't perform well in the competition setting, you know? And so, you know, like I said, it's one thing to burn at home. It's one thing to, you know, burn at your house, or, you know, just be more comfortable. You know, it's a whole different, hold on. I'm gonna grab a tissue. It's getting gross. But, you know, it's just, it's different. You know, you're traveling. You know, maybe you didn't get the best sleep because you're sleeping somewhere else. You know, it's harder to prep. You know, you feel rushed. You know, the bright lights are on. People are watching you. You know, and you're competing against top level chili heads in these League of Fire competitions. And so I love every bit of all of that, though. Don't get me wrong. So I'll continue to, you know, compete when I can and all of that. And I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying it is a completely different chili eating competition than me sitting here eating 10 chilies. Or, you know, right before that competition, I had eaten 13 one day and the next day 9. And I get to the competition and I eat 3.5. You know what I mean? So, but again, I want to congratulate Midge and Steve Berlant. Both of them just fucking kicked ass, man. Like, it was a fun competition to finish watching in the end. So, anyways, and I'm not going to make it, you know, to Texas this weekend to compete. You know, just have some family you know, stuff going on. So anyways, guys, that's it. I just wanted to highlight a couple of things, talk about this particular pepper, where it came from and how I got my hands on it. Man, I know Jeff Hobbs will probably never see this video, but A fucking plus, man, that is good. Hopefully you can keep that pepper going. I don't know what stage that's in, if that was just created this year. So as in F1, you know, F2, F3, I don't know where it's at, but really good pepper. And I haven't burned since, you know, real heavy or anything since Saturday of the competition. Today's Wednesday. You know, so my tea has gone just a little bit down because these are lighting me up pretty good. But now I'm feeling really good. Settling in the stomach really nice. Again, a little bit floral, but more fruity, in fact. A good front of the mouth burn. Not much in the throat. And back of the tongue and underneath the tongue was the majority of where that pepper burned. Not much whiskey chest. Nice little warm belly, which is settling nice now. You know, if I had to guesstimate, those are every bit as hot as, you know, it's so hard to say. I mean, those are, you know, Reaper level heat, you know, to me, or close to, maybe a little less, maybe a couple 100,000 less. So those are probably coming in at, I don't know, 1.1, 1.2 to 3, somewhere in there, I would imagine. Again, it's only a Trinidad Moruga Scorpion, and I say only. I mean, those peppers are wicked hot. Crossed with a Komodo Dragon. Komodo Dragons, though, are, you know, I haven't had one of those in quite some time, but they're fairly warm from what I remember. So, Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. This is a fun video to get back into the groove of eating some pods and doing some things. So everybody, I appreciate you watching. It's been your #1 hot sauce guy. Elvira, or I mean, that's not Elvira. That's Vampira, says later.